reoccurring dream. I'm on a battleground with bullets whizzing by my head, the bombs are all around. I try to fight the enemy, but they're invisible. No place to run and hide, extremely inhospitable. A barren land that's treacherous and perilous. Malicious villains all around me that are merciless. It's a hazardous environment that's sinister. I feel like Jonah in the whale, like I'm a prisoner. And just like him, my weapons are not physical. My arsenal consists of powers that are spiritual. I got a sling and stone to face all of my giants. Even if I'm all alone, trapped in a den of lions, I can count on God to get me out of anything. I can trust His word over absolutely everything. No matter what the battle is, He is more powerful. Shatter any obstacles thought to be impossible. He can humble nations who think they are infallible. Crumble city walls like in the days of Jericho. You want a fighting chance? Then dig into the biblical. This battle's for your own eternal soul, and the time is getting critical. Sometimes life is just like on the movie screen. Sometimes life is just like in a scary dream. Sometimes life is thinking what comes after death. Cause sometimes life is taking in your last breath. Sometimes life is just like on the movie screen. Sometimes life is just like in a scary dream. Sometimes life is thinking what comes after death. Cause sometimes life is taking in your last breath. It's not a dream, although it seems extreme. Monsters lurking every day, not just on Halloween. Hollywood is not the only place you'll see these things. Be diligent and look out for the devil's evil schemes. So many minions all around us in their human drones. Demonic beings using people like the stepping stones. It's like you're walking through the middle of a minefield. In any second you're a bug hitting a windshield. Treat your happy enemies and want a headshot. Using oppression and possession as the gunshot. So what's your defense? Are you well protected? If they shoot their flaming arrows, will they be deflected? It's time to grab your shield, put on your suit of armor. Read and believe Ephesians 6 before you walk any farther. Cause this is His fight, and He's gonna bring it. We got Almighty God who's on our side and undefeated. He will deliver us from evil, from the sting of death. And even if you try to fight Him, every tongue will confess He is the King of all kings, our Father's glorious. He is the Lord of all lords, He is victorious. Put us at the front lines, we're charging full speed. We have no fear of what's to come because we follow His lead. We have the power of His word, the greatest weapon, to destroy and expose all the enemy's deception. Sometimes life is just like on the movie screen. Sometimes life is just like in a scary dream. Sometimes life is thinking what comes after death. Cause sometimes life is taking in your last breath. Sometimes life is just like on the movie screen. Sometimes life is just like in a scary dream. Sometimes life is thinking what comes after death. Cause sometimes life is taking in your last breath.
Well, hello and welcome. It is me, your favorite Aaron Lane Moffat person, right? It's gotta be your favorite person named Aaron Lane Moffat is me. I'm getting back to basics today, and here's why. Here's what that means. That means that I want to get back to what I was gonna start doing what I did start doing when I first started this channel, and that was to spread the love and compassion of the Lord Jesus Christ first and foremost, and to explain and teach, educate, give knowledge on, and talk about gold and silver. That seems like two pretty basic things, but it's not, because there's certainly so much that can be said about both subjects that could lead down many of the roads that it has led me down, especially learning about how orm gold works and the third strand DNA. So while I'm not saying that I'm only going to talk just about Jesus in a very linear way and gold and silver in a very linear way, there's certainly the ability to talk about those two things with a lot of other information to come about. But what I've done is I've just gone a little too far outside of where I want to be now. I think I've done the research that I want to do. I think I know what I need to know. I know who's lying to us. I know why they're lying. I know what it's about. And I want to get back to really getting you guys to understand why gold and silver is where we should be. Now, some of you already know that. For those of you that already know, it might just be fun to listen to how I talk about it and how I teach people about it. There's a method that I go through to tell people, and it's not just my method. I didn't make it up. It's a method that I worked on with my dad for a long time, where we created our own little brochure. We would take a binder of information and we would show people. We'd show people the numbers. We'd show people what it looked like to buy silver and gold in the 60s and what that looked like today compared to buying a car in the 60s with dollars and what that would cost in dollars today. And I made a video similar to that, and we would show what the dollar has done since the Federal Reserve. We would explain Bretton Woods in 1944 and when FDR made gold illegal and how Nixon closed the gold window in 1971. If you don't know those things, these are all things I'm happy to talk about again. We would talk about inflation. We would talk about how you can actually get more dollars and purchasing power with gold and silver. Purchasing power is your ability to be able to afford and purchase more things, just simply because you're holding precious metals. This is important to me, you guys, because when it was introduced to me, I was recovering from severe debt problems, and I had money, about $600 stolen from me, and I had bought into a network marketing company called Rodan and Fields for $700. While Rodan and Fields, I think, is a great company with great products, I was really in trouble with money, and I didn't understand the dollar, and I certainly didn't understand gold and silver. And so for this to be introduced to me, for someone to teach me what I didn't know my whole life, I didn't understand inflation, I didn't understand even why I was in the amount of debt I was in, for someone to teach me and say, Aaron, I want to show you a better way. I want to show you that not just paying off your debt and getting rid of your debt, but actually increasing your ability to purchase and survive and live well. I went from living where I was living at that time that I had lost that money and bought into that company. I was living in a 500 square foot apartment with my two kids. I didn't even have a living area. I had a kitchen, I had 2 bedrooms, and a bathroom. It was itty bitty, but it was great because I needed to do that for myself. I needed to live below my means. I needed to learn what it was like to not spend too much money and keep accumulating debt. But that's kind of where I was going to continue to be if something else didn't change. That would have been like my 5 years down the road, I was going to be out of debt, but I was still, in order to live below my means because of what I was earning at the time, I would have been still living in that little 500 square foot apartment with no living room, with just 2 bedrooms for 2 kids. Well, 2 bedrooms, one for me, one for my 2 kids, and they were tiny rooms, guys, and a bathroom. So what I was able to do was to get into this gold and silver understanding, where I bought more silver, bought some gold, and earned money from the company that I'm with. This company, 7K Metals. You can do this without 7K Metals. You can buy gold and silver and increase your purchasing power, but you can't earn money from a company like APMEX. You can't earn money from a company like JM Bullion the way that I earn money from this. They pay me paychecks. I get paid paychecks from this company just to tell you guys what I'm telling you right now, and to get you interested in buying gold and silver yourself, and so that you go, well, I want to buy gold and silver. Well, I should just buy from this company because the prices are better here. If I look at dealer direct prices, our prices are better than you're going to get from anybody else. We might be sold out on some stuff, but I can explain how to get it even when we're sold out, especially Silver Eagles and Gold Eagles. So the point is, we always have gold and silver. We have several pieces of gold and silver that are at the best price, some at a different premium, but you don't have to buy those. But it's a way that we get our gold and silver, and it can also earn an income. It's pretty simple. First and foremost is important is getting gold and silver into people's hands, which is why I do these raffles. These raffles are not so that I can become wealthy. It's not going to help me. I don't become wealthy off of this. I may make a few extra dollars, but those extra dollars go back into buying stuff to raffle. I'm always buying things to raffle so that you guys can get that gold and silver into your hands, whether you're a member of 7K Metals or not, whether you're actively buying gold and silver or not. This is for you guys. And I know you enjoy them. If you didn't enjoy them, I wouldn't do it. If you guys thought this was a dangerous practice, we'd stop. But you guys like it, I like it, and it's for you. So I will draw this raffle today. I have someone who would like to raffle off a 5-ounce Aztec silver bar. I would think that some of you guys would be pretty interested in that. It's really pretty cool looking. I'll pull up a picture of the 5-ounce Aztec silver bar because it is a bar, not a round. So it would be a higher dollar raffle, of course. You can see you could buy one allegedly for 150, but not really. The price that they really end up having you pay is something like this if they have them in stock. Looks like they do. So anyway, we have somebody that wants to raffle that. The way it works is you buy raffle spots for far less than what you'd pay for the bar, but if you really want the bar, you can go out and buy one. They've got them at SD Bullion. They've got them at AppMex. So anyway, that's how it works. I'm not trying to raffle off stuff so that I can make a lot of money off of it. I'm raffling stuff that, yeah, you could go out and buy, but are you going out and buying it? No. So this is a chance to win it on a really small amount of money. You know, you pay, let's say you paid $20 for these. That's a lot less than I paid for them. So a lot less, like a third less than I paid for them. So that's what's great. And I never let anybody buy so many spots that they'd be paying what I paid. So if you bought so many spots that you could just buy these, I'd tell you, you could just buy them. You don't need to buy that many spots. So just be aware, we do this fairly. And the best part of it is so that you can get involved, hopefully, in buying your own gold and silver. Whether it's from my company or not, I will answer questions that people have. I will explain how the dollar works if you don't know. I'll explain to you the Federal Reserve, Bretton Woods, why gold and silver got illegal, why why gold became illegal, and why Nixon stopped backing our dollar with gold, and then what happened with inflation after that. I can explain to you what you paid for a car in 1965 versus what you paid for now in dollars, and what that would be in silver. If you had 2,500 silver ounces, you'd buy a 1965 Ford Mustang back in 1965, brand new car. Today, if you had 2,500 silver pieces, you know, they had the $2,500. 2,500 silver pieces equal $2,500 in 1965. Today, if you had the 2,500 silver pieces, you could buy 2 Ford Mustangs. That's the difference. You could probably buy 6 with the gold. If you had $10,000 in 1965 to buy a house for 10 grand, that house for the same amount, 10 grand of silver, would be worth $85,000. You could buy an $85,000 house in silver today. So what was worth $10,000 in silver in 65 is worth $85,000 today. For gold, it's $421,000. So if you said, well, instead of buying the $10,000 house, I'll buy $10,000 in gold. Today that would be $421,000. $421,781. So the reason that matters is not overnight do you make a bunch of money. This is a not overnight thing. But even if the dollar went to zero, it is still money, and it always has been. It is money. Silver and gold will be money. They always have been for more than 5,000 years. And it's in the scriptures, man. It's God's money. So I just wanted to explain that, and I love you guys, and I want you to know that I'm getting back to basics. I'm going to start maybe doing some Bible reading to you on my own. That until I think that just doing it on my own for a while is going to be good for my learning, and hopefully yours too. If you think it's boring, you tell me. But we're going to pick some books and read through them together, and maybe I'm just going to have some commentary I like and some thoughts of my own, and it would be fun maybe to get a few more people to come in on Discord and just jump in voice or something and do it together. But I'm going to leave that up to you guys. I'll probably jump on live voice and in the Discord on those nights and see if we have something we want to do together. Otherwise, I'm just going to do it by myself. And I'm going to get off topic. I want to stick to scripture on those nights. So here we go. We've got this raffle. I'm going to draw it. I want to wish you very much luck for this. Y'all got Scott, Miss Angel Play, Pia, Doc Michael, and Patricia. And that's who we've got here. You see your spots. You know who you are. You can go back to the Discord if you can't remember, but let's go draw it. Out of 10. Let me totally make sure it's out of 10. Yes, it is. I've done that before where I made the mistake of how many to draw. And, oh, I felt so badly. Here we go. Number 7. Angel play. Congratulations. I am pretty much certain I still have your address and I don't think you need to send it again. So I will go find that, get these wrapped up for you, mail them out probably today, but worst case scenario tomorrow. Today's Wednesday. We've got a couple more days that the post office is open. So other than that, if you guys have questions about what I'm doing with the business, or if you're in the business and you want help talking to other people in this business, please let me help you. That's what I do. That's how it works. You work together. I help you. Everybody's happy. If you're not already involved, please talk to me about how to get involved. I guarantee you it's worth getting involved. I promise. Because you want to be able to put money into gold and silver and have this tangible asset, whether it's in your hands or in a vault. I also have some of mine in a vault. And you want to get paid $250, $500 paychecks, right? 250 paycheck, 250 paycheck, 250 paycheck every single week. Why not? So get a hold of me. Get started with me. Don't wait any longer. I'm not kidding. Don't wait. All right. I love you guys. I will close out with a song. Peace.
I've got no strings, they're gonna be holding me down. Nobody controlling me now. Can somebody turn up the sound? I gotta be loud to be clear, to properly fight the puppeteers. Lyrical bombardier, verbally at the tip of the spear. I wanna make sure it's loud. They better be speakers that pound. For rocking and shaking the ground, we're praying the lost will be found. Some people keep buying these schemes, had one too many vaccines. We're gonna expose the machine, help others cut off the strings. They're making problems to solve that never were issues at all. Hegelian dialectic rhetoric is their protocol. Redefining right and wrong, they wanna string you along. People are followers like sheeple through the pipe a song. They're undermining what's real and they're dividing ideals. We're on the battlefield, so grab your sword and your shield. It's time we all take a stand and start to make some demands. Begin examining the masterminds, exposing their plans. They want you to do as you're told, identical clones in the fold. Systematically controlled to keep you mentally dull. They wanna control how you think, they want you blind and hoodwinked. To take two diametrically opposing sides to the brink. We're at the edge of our seats in confrontational teams. Disinformation that persuades us when we really want peace. They wanna control the two sides and then create a divide. While behind the scenes they're robbing every one of us blind. First they cause a panic, blowing up some problem. Next they get dramatic, creating a reaction. Then they get fanatics, pushing government solutions. Order out of chaos, controlling the confusion. First they cause a panic, blowing up some problem. Next they get dramatic, creating a reaction. Then they get fanatics, pushing government solutions. Order out of chaos, controlling the confusion. Black versus white, they want the streets against gays. They want girls against guys, divide the red and blue states. They're covering up the real battle and the war going on. The principalities behind it all to string them along. Legions of demons patrol, possessing so many souls. The masterminds of puppeteers, the ones behind the control. You better get in a fence, you can't just sit on the fence. Decide right now what side you're on and let the battle commence. Cause there's a line in the sand, and yes, the time is at hand. You can't stand between the canyon of the goat and the lamb. We've all been given free will to take the red and blue pill, to choose the path that we will take, decide what's actually real. Recognize the divide so you can see through the lies, and take the time to think about where you'll end up when you die. Is that a question you ask? Is that an answer you know? Are you prepared to take your chances? Are you ready to go? So check your person right now, see who's controlling your strings. Are you a puppet like Pinocchio led by the machine? Have you bought into their plans and given in to demands? A planet branded by their evil landed right in their hands. And their agenda is clear, the earth will soon disappear unless we form a one world government to mitigate fears. The evil tactics that are meant to leave you panicked and scared, so they can sell you what they made before the problem appeared. First they cause a panic, blowing up some problem. Next they get dramatic, creating a reaction. Then they get fanatics, pushing government solutions. Order out of chaos, controlling the confusion. First they cause a panic, blowing up some problem. Next they get dramatic, creating a reaction. Then they get fanatics, pushing government solutions. Order out of chaos, controlling the confusion.